so far, there's been no formal announcement regarding Deontay Wilder's next fight. We've heard talks that it's going to be Andy Ruiz, but again, nothing has been confirmed. So if we look at the WBC rankings here, you'll see that Deontay Wilder is in the number 1 position, Andy Ruiz in the number 2 position. But you've also got Frank Sanchez in the number 3 position, and of course, these are all Al Haymon PBC fighters. If Deontay Wilder fights somebody else, let's say, God forbid, the Fury-Usyk fight doesn't get made and Usyk decides to fight Wilder instead, that would leave Andy Ruiz to fight Frank Sanchez. I think that's a good fight. But an even more intriguing fight, from my perspective, is if, let's say, Deontay Wilder doesn't fight Andy Ruiz for whatever reason. Maybe Ruiz fights somebody else, or I think it's his last fight with PBC, the next one. Doesn't want to sign a long-term contract, and whatever happens, he doesn't fight Wilder. Wilder against Frank Sanchez is a very, very interesting fight to me. Frank Sanchez, a very skilled fighter, a very good mover. He's got that Cuban technique. He's explosive. He's not the biggest puncher in the world. He does have some power. We saw that against Efe Ajagba. But his punches are very sudden and they're very explosive. And against Deontay Wilder, I think he would cause him all sorts of problems. We know that Wilder obviously beat another Cuban in Luis Ortiz a couple of times, but Frank Sanchez is a different kettle of fish to Luis Ortiz altogether. I'm not here to tell you that he's better or worse. I'm just here to tell you he's different. He moves a lot better than Luis Ortiz, much faster on his feet, much more nimble, agile, athletic, and so on. And I think he would make Deontay Wilder look very, very, very clumsy. So, yeah, I'd be fascinated to watch Deontay Wilder versus Frank Sanchez. I suspect that Wilder versus Ruiz is still more likely to happen based on the fact that, these guys have a higher profile than Frank Sanchez, so it makes more sense for PBC to match the two guys with a high profile against each other, because you can try to do that on pay-per-view, although reports are that Deontay Wilder's pay-per-view against Robert Helenius did absolutely shockingly low numbers, and they haven't been announced publicly as far as I'm aware. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. And Andy Ruiz versus Luis Ortiz, I think, did pretty poor figures as well. That was pay-per-view in the United States as well, right? That apparently did poor numbers. So if they come together, is it going to be substantially better? You'd probably think it would be better. How much better, I don't know. Either way, that surely would be the preference for PBC. The only caveat I'll add, as I said in a video a week or so ago, is the fact that Andy Ruiz is on his last fight on a PBC contract. His dad said that. So do they want to lock him in for a longer term deal? Is that the holdup right now? Is that why we haven't heard an announcement regarding Wilder Ruiz? Because Ruiz hasn't signed an extension to his contract? Because if Ruiz was to beat Wilder and then go off and sign with DAZN, I mean, like PBC are going to feel like they missed out. They're going to feel like their guy Wilder just got taken down, and now the winner, Andy Ruiz, he's hot property now. He's gone off to a rival network and a rival promoter. They don't want that to happen, surely. So anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments below about the situation in the WBC top 3, how that's going to play out, whether we'll get Wilder versus Ruiz, and what you think of potential matchups between Wilder and Sanchez or Ruiz and Sanchez. Let me know in the comment section below.